YouTube, what's going on? MJ Givens Hasi here, your mentor, your coach, and your president. You know what time is it? Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when we drop another episode. Weekly outlook, more interesting stuff to come, especially with all the madness that is happening in the United States, man. It's all madness in my opinion, and as traders we always try to see where we can take advantage of the madness, man. Sanctions, Trump is coming again, sanctions, and we just want to see how can we capitalize, how is the stock market going to react, currency pairs, indices, as well as commodities, right? We're still holding our net short position on Bitcoin. We've been trying to get a sell short position on Bitcoin from 99,000 going downwards. And yeah, we're pretty much in 50%, 40% in TP, close to TP rather. And yeah, I want to see where it can take us. So yeah, let's get to it and see how we can analyze. If you have a pair that you want us to analyze and we are not analyzing it at this point, please let me know in the comment section so that we can cover it in our next episode. Choppers, welcome. Let's get to it. Right, let's get to it, guys. Let's start with Forex Factory. What are we expecting in the coming week? And let's just do a recap of what happened during NFP last week, right? So we had NFP on the 7th, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was on the 7th of February, right? So, okay, so we had a very negative result, right? So the forecast and the anticipation was 169,000 jobs, and they only managed to achieve 143, so which then gave us a negative result there. However, if you're gonna go to the charts to look at what is happening, you are finding that a bit of appreciation coming in. Well, when it comes to how many jobs they've achieved, they obviously underperformed there, but the unemployment rate still at 4%, and when you look at the average hourly earnings month to month, sitting on the 0.5%. So yeah, I think maybe that's the reason why we are seeing an appreciation when it comes to the dollar. So I have the euro dollar chart on the screen right now, on 4-hour time frame. By the way, guys, like I said earlier, don't forget to subscribe and like and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when we drop another episode. The euro dollar currently trading at $1.03. My anticipation is $1.02. Maybe by the end of the coming week, I'm seeing a key significant area here at $1.3043, right? This is what I see. And at this point, I'm going to treat this as impulse correction. Maybe we can find another impulse, but there's also a level that I'm looking at. If I'm looking at my POC level at this point, POC at $1.0383. So at this point, I'm going to wait. If I have something like this trap, then at this point, that's when maybe I can look for sell short positions, take my fib from the highest point to the lowest point, and we have 0.786% there on the euro dollar. So long-term approach is to take it to the downside, possibly down to $1.02, right? So that's my take on the euro dollar. British pound USD, and if you've been following my journey, you know how I trade. I like keeping things very simple. The way I trade currency pairs and the way I trade indices, commodities, crypto, it's different, right? Because of the volatility, I normally have two strategies that I apply. So we have a key significant area at $1.23. Are we holding at this point? It's a matter of maybe we might hold this level and go to the upside, but the way I see it, we need to penetrate this level first before we can look for selling opportunities. So if we break below a retest back at this level, I'm going to treat it as a trap. Then at this point, that's when we can have an overall downward movement back to $1.22, somewhere there, right? The reason being is that retail traders are always trapped at this point, man. In most cases, retail traders are always trapped at this point because they're going to see this as a retest. They want to commit too early and they want to take it to the upside. So I normally take my fib from the highest point to the lowest point. and around 786 there, this is where I normally strike, right? So this is where exactly I'm going to be looking at striking at this level. AUD USD, it's also interesting what we are having currently there on AUD USD. Where is it? Right, there it is. So currently trading at 62 cents. It's an interesting scenario as well to see. If we're gonna switch to 1 hour time frame, you would realize that we are still consolidating. So anything that breaks below, so the way in which I trade AUD USD and other currency pairs is different, right? So at this point, I'm going to look for this market to either give me that break retest at 62 cents and go to the downside, or I'm going to wait for a break and a retest at 63 cents, right? So break retest at 62, 63 cents, somewhere there. This is where I'm going to go and look for buying opportunities. POC trading at 62.82, right? So I break retest, I'm going to the downside. Anything that breaks above and retest the 63 cents, I'm taking it to the upside. So that's what I have on AUD USD. Nas100, right? So Nas100 was also quite interesting in the past week. We see that we had a nice retest or reversal that we had there at 21,783. What is that we can be expecting from Nasdaq this week? We also had a key level back at 21,300. So mark this price here, 21,786 and 21,300. These are levels I'm gonna be looking at, but I will also want to be seeing where I have most volume, right? If I'm below this, I'm definitely going to look if I can correct at this level, then take it to the downside, right? Anything that is above this, I'm taking it to the upside. I go above 21,800, somewhere there, I'm going to the upside. So currently now I'm just below my POC. We'll see when the markets open, obviously, what is it that is going to give us for us to buy it, right? I normally say that wait for the market to give you something so that you can buy it, right? Don't just jump into it. You can reload more positions to break below 21,300. You can reload more positions, then you go to the upside there. So anything that is between 21,800 and 21,486, I'm not going to be entertaining it, because my worry is this market can move sideways and I don't want to see that. I don't want to find myself being trapped between these two price tags there, right? So that's my anticipation on Nasdaq. But preferably, I prefer buying opportunities on this thing than selling opportunities at this point. US 30. So let's see what we have there on US 30. So this was our last week analysis, right? To say that at 45,000, we can look at finding a reversal there. You have your impulse correction at this level. Look for selling opportunities at 44,700. By the way, guys, most of these things we normally do them during the live stream. Join us for live streaming, the guys, every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday. We normally have our London session. At times we do have our New York session, so you can always join us. So please allow me to have a clean chart on this. So a key significant area, we have it at 44,200. I break below, retest, then all the way to the downside. As easy as that. If I'm going to look for buying opportunities, it has to be above 45,000. So currently this thing, in my opinion, I think it is done with the upside movement. I think it's now ready to go to the downside, right? So I come again at 44,400. I can maybe try to take it again to the downside. So that's my take on US 30. Let's have a look at German 40, right? German 40 also quite interesting. I want to see what I have on my chart when it comes to my RSI, right? My relative strength index. So you can see that we had a bit of divergence there on German 40, right? So we had a divergence there. That's why we are seeing a reversal there. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting this market to drop to the downside. I'm expecting something like this, then this market can go to the downside. So that's my take on German 40. Let's have a look at WTI. Again, if you've been following my journey, you would know that WTI is one of my favorites, right? If you've been following my journey, you would know that WTI is one of my favorite. So yeah, let's try to make sense of it. Currently trading at $70.65 a barrel there on WTI. So my anticipation on this is if I break just above this, then I have my peak formation forming there in a form of a head and shoulder pattern. Then I'm gonna simply wait for a retest back at $71.04. Then I can take it to the upside. So I'm bullish on this, but I needed to break below, above $71.08 or so. Then that's when I can go to the upside. So bullish, and I'm not gonna even bother myself looking at going to the downside with this market's gold. Now gold is quite interesting as well. Let's see what we have so far. Currently trading at $2,861 an ounce. As you know, again, if you have attended our live stream, you would know that we've been buying gold from 2,600, right? Currently, right now, trading at 2,800. I think we might be at the point where gold is just going to give us another high above 2,800, maybe at 2,900. Then we can see a drop at 2,900. So I'm not ready yet. So this is where I am. Please hear me. This is where I am on gold. I'm not looking to sell it right now. I think we might have another swipe to the upside at 2,900. And that's when we can drop from there. But for me to sell it at this point is too risky. And for me to buy it again at this point is too risky because it's too high, right? Last week again, if you attend our live stream, you would know that we caught it at $2,840 an ounce there. So we are done. We took our TP exactly at this level here, excuse me, at the next resistance there. So we are gone and out on this trade, but currently I'm not going to be looking at the buying or selling gold until I can only sell at 2,900. And I'm not gonna buy at this point because it's too high for my liking. I think it's overbought, and I cannot buy it at this point. Bitcoin. So as you know, we are still holding our position on Bitcoin. We sold Bitcoin at let me give you the exact price, 99,000, right? So 99,161. This is where we sold our Bitcoin. So we wanted a break retest and then take it to the downside. So we are like 40%, 50% to TPO. So we are going to continue holding our Bitcoin there, right? So if you are not in the trade as yet, I would say it will be too late, because if you enter now, for example, if you try to jump on this train now, where are you going to put your stop loss? So can you see, let's say you enter at this point where we have our entry, you would initially have your stop loss and you might be stopped out, right? And as you see, we had a bit of a rejection here going on. So but if you're not in, maybe just wait to this thing to arrive at 99,000. You can make a decision from there. So ladies and gentlemen, that's what I have for you today. If you have a pair that you want us to analyze, please feel free to do so. There's a lot that we cover on this channel, and yeah, we'll be analyzing it with you, right? Because I know a lot of you are trading different things, and I don't mind analyzing those pairs with you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. From your president, I'm out.